How's it going, everybody? We're gonna do a little bit of trap dyeing and waxing. We got our Duke 550s, Duke 650s right here. We even got our stop loss Dukes. So what we're gonna do is we're heating up our dye and our wax. We have walnuts mixed in this year. We have our old dye from last year, but the walnuts are gonna help bring out that extra dark black in the dye. And then our wax is gonna be floating on the surface. And as the trap gets hot, we'll pull it through and it'll coat the trapped wax. All right, so we got our dye and our wax all heated up. Starting to grab a bundle of traps. We've got them in groups of 3 because that's what seems to fit best into the pan. So what we'll do is take the lid off here. It's all nice and hot. The wax is all melted in. We'll drop these guys in and give them in there, keep them there for a few minutes. You might be wondering to yourself, why would I dye and wax traps? What's the point of that? So when you dye them, it darkens up this nice dark color, and it also helps seal in the scent of the trap so it doesn't smell like iron. Then when you wax them, it actually puts a slippery wax coating on them to make them snap faster. That's the entire purpose for dyeing and waxing that I've found. There may be other people that have better opinions than me, but I'm learning as I go on it. So, so we're gonna get some more of these dyed and waxed and see how it goes. All right, so we already got some pulled out. We already got some dyed and waxed. We're gonna do another batch here. So I got them wired together in a group of 3 so that's what fits in the pot. Kind of mixed bag of old and new ones. We'll drop those guys in. See them all settling into the dye there. So we want to leave them in long enough so that way they get good and hot, so the metal gets hot. Once the metal's hot, as you pull it through the wax, it'll get a nice even coating of wax. Probably gonna leave it in there for about 5 minutes, so that way the dye kind of takes hold. As you can see up on these ones up here, they get super dark on the newer ones, but the older ones really blacking up real nice. And here's some that haven't been done yet, so we'll compare them once we get them pulled out. So these have been there for about 5 minutes. So we're gonna pull them out. It's nice and hot, so take them out nice and easy. So the traps come through, they got nice even coating. See, one of my walnuts kind of hung on there. Gotta be careful with wax, because when it's getting really hot like that, it's actually extremely flammable. So you gotta be careful when you're taking it out. So I'm gonna hang these guys back up here. So as you can see, this was a new one compared to the old, or sorry, the new one hasn't been waxed yet or dyed yet. The difference in color. We'll go ahead and set this batch in. Go for another round. So like I said, you can see how much it darkened this guy up as compared to what it was. It was that light brown before. Now it's darkened up almost into a black. So it's looking really good. And we've got a few more to go yet. We'll wrap her up yet tonight. Well, we finished getting them all dyed and waxed. As you can see, I got my Duke 550 here. It's all darkened up from the dye, which helps keep the scent in. It's got the wax on it to make it a faster action, so it doesn't get stuck down in the dirt once it starts getting icy out. Before I set them, I'm going to go along with each one and clean my trigger where it contacts the pan right in the night latch, so that way it'll actually get a good seat on there. If there's too much wax buildup, it won't be able to hold itself and it'll pop off too easily. So that's one task we got to do yet. Otherwise, we're pretty much ready to get trapping once the season begins. Thank you, like and subscribe.